Hey everybody, it's Jason. So I'm here with my late October wax empties video. I was gonna wait another week to do this, but I already have quite a bit, so I didn't want it to get too much. So we'll start off with some candles that I finished off. And the first one that I did was Cinnamon Sugar Donut, and this is a mini from Bath and Body Works. And I kind of like these little mini candles. They don't have spectacular throw. They do okay in like the bathroom, but anywhere else you won't be able to smell them. You could scoop them out and put them in a tart warmer, I guess, and they probably have a lot better throw like that, but I just burned it. And the cinnamon sugar donut scent smells a lot more like sugar than it does cinnamon. Like, in fact, there's hardly any cinnamon in it at all. It's barely there. So, to me, it mostly just smells like a sugary donut. And then the other one from there that doesn't have a label, this one is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. I'm not really a fan of this one. It doesn't really smell sweet. It smells kind of like a savory pumpkin to me, so yeah, I'm just not really a fan of Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. And then I finished a few of Candles by Victoria candles. The first one was Banana Nut Bread, and I put these on the tart warmer to finish them off. This one kind of was a mess at the end because I accidentally knocked it over, and so it got wax everywhere, but anyway. I've talked about Banana Nut Bread on here before, and I really like the scent. But to me it smells like banana bread batter rather than banana nut bread because I don't really get much nuttiness out of it, so yeah. And then this one is Blushing Peaches, which, as you can see, the oil kind of separated from it when I put it on the warmer. But this is another one that I really like, and I like it more now than I did when I first got it. And I like Blushing Peaches a little bit more when it's mixed with other things, but just because by itself it's almost a little bit too sickeningly sweet. It doesn't really smell necessarily like peaches, it's more of like a strawberry peach, kind of. So yeah, if you like fruity scents, you probably would like Blushing Peaches, but like I said, I think it's really good with like Melcy and Peachy Pink Coral. It's really good in those. This one is Bergamot and Herbal Mint. And this one is good, but it's like super strong. So basically, Bergamot is kind of like a citrus type smell, and then the mint is just a really nice peppermint. And I think the two mix really well. It makes it kind of like a sweet peppermint, so it is really nice. I use this one in the bathroom a lot, and so I think it's kind of like a really soothing scent as well. So that was all the candles that I had. So continuing on with Candles by Victoria here, I have Apple Cider that I finished off, which I talked about not that long ago. Apple Cider is a really strong cider scent, so like, I really don't get much of an apple note out of it. It's mostly just cider, so yeah. And then Monster Mash. I melted this one last year. I got it like around Halloween, and then I think I got it again in a round robin box. And I liked it a lot more this year. I don't know, it's supposed to be like Granny Smith apples and blueberries and some other things. And on cold, I mostly get like Granny Smith apple, but when it's warmed up, it melds really well with all of the stuff that's in it together, and I really liked it. So yeah, Monster Mash is a really good one that's not your traditional type of fall scent. And I think this is even one that you could burn year-round because it doesn't necessarily have a particular season that it's tied to because it doesn't have like spice or anything like that in it. Fruit Your Cares Away. And I know I've talked about this one on here before too, but it's like basically like a bunch of melons. And I don't really like melon scents most of the time, so this one was just kind of okay to me. Hell on Heels. And I melted this one because I wanted to see if it could redeem itself, because the first time I melted it, I didn't really like it. It had like a really funky smell to me. And I did like it a lot more on the second burn. More of that citrus came out of it, as opposed to whatever that other smell in it that's really strange. And I'm still smelling it when it's on cold, but when it was warmed up, I didn't really get that, so yeah, it definitely redeemed itself after the second time, so maybe this one just took a little bit more cure time than whenever I first melted it. Country Fair funnel cake. This one's very nice. It doesn't necessarily smell like funnel cake to me, but it does smell kind of like pancakes. And I think I've talked about this one on here fairly recently as well. So yeah, just kind of like a buttery type of pancake. Apple cobbler. This one's like a fresh apple mixed with like a cobbler note, as opposed to a baked apple. So it was almost like the crust part of it was already baked, but you hadn't put in the apples yet. So it was kind of a weird combination, but it still smells really nice. So if you like apple scents, apple cobbler is definitely one that I recommend. Pumpkin Frappuccino. This is another one that I wanted to see if it could redeem itself, and it totally did. I must have been melting something else that day that I said that it smelled kind of like burnt coffee. I was melting another coffee scent by another vendor, so that may have been it. But yeah, it totally redeemed itself. Pumpkin Frappuccino is very nice. It's just a very good coffee and pumpkin scent mixed together. And then the last one here was Godfather. It was mislabeled as 007. And I've talked about Godfather on here before. It's one of the top shelf black label scents. And I think it's the best black label for fall because I just think it embodies fall. Basically, it's like a pumpkin with a clove and a few other spices. So it is heavy on the spice. So if you don't like spice, you would not like Godfather. But yeah, I just think Godfather's a really, really good one for fall in the black label line. Okay, moving on to Scentsy. I had Cherry Vanilla that I finished up. And this is one that I wasn't really a fan of either. I kind of just wanted to finish it up. It's really, really strong, and the vanilla doesn't really do a good job of toning it down. And I'm not sure if I like the cherry. I don't know if I necessarily say it's a medicinal cherry. It's just kind of like a weird cherry. So I don't know if this one's still available. It may have been discontinued, but yeah. Pics, Petals, and Scent Gingerbread Sugar Cookies, which was one that I got in the Simply Sensational Sampler box, which should be coming out November 1st, the next one. I really liked this one a lot. It was a true gingerbread scent. A lot of times with gingerbread, they don't necessarily smell like actual gingerbread. They smell like ginger, or they smell like a really spicy cookie or something. This smelled like legitimate gingerbread, like if you're actually making gingerbread. I loved this. It was fantastic, and I definitely need to order from Pics, Petals, and Scents as soon as my wax freeze is over, because that was amazing. Another one from that sampler box was this distinctly pink cinnamon toffee apple. And this was another one that I really, really liked as well. It has a really nice fresh red apple smell to it, and that toffee note in it is amazing. It's almost caramel, but not quite. I didn't really get a whole lot of cinnamon out of it, but it was an amazing, amazing toffee apple smell. Okay, from Candles from the Keeping Room, I had Celtic Moonspice. This one really surprised me, because it didn't smell like what I thought it was going to smell like. I'd never had a Celtic Moonspice scent before, but I guess I, for some reason, always assumed it'd be really, really spicy. It's more sweet than spicy. So I don't know exactly what's in it, but it was very nice. And this was I think a flower or something. It was a pretty big tart, and I put the whole thing in my tart warmer, and it was really strong. I'm finding Candles from the Keeping Room tarts are incredibly strong, so I'm really, really liking that. Finished up a Bathing Garden clamshell and coconut cream pie. This one was really, really nice. But to me, it almost smelled like, so basically the wax, it was white on the bottom and then had some brown drizzled on the top. And the top on cold kind of smelled like chocolate. But when it was warmed up, it smelled more like toasted coconut. So I don't know if that was supposed to be like kind of the toasted part of the coconut cream pie on top of it or what, but it's a very, very nice coconut cream pie scent. And I know that the Bathing Garden is about to close for an extended period of time because she's having surgery. So I don't know if they posted any more wax on there or not yet, but it may be your last opportunity to grab some before they close for a while. From Kim's Tarts Coconut Cream Pie. And this one was pretty good. It wasn't the best coconut cream pie scent I had before. I think I liked the Bathing Gardens version a little bit better than this one, but yeah, I use this one in my Scentsy warmer. I melt most of my, actually all of my Kim's tarts in my Scentsy warmer just because they do really well in that. It was pretty good. Okay, and then the last one I have here is from Front Porch. This one is Blueberry Noel. And Front Porch tarts are incredibly strong if you've never tried them before. And this, I believe, is supposed to be her blueberry scent mixed with, like, vanilla bean Noel. It was mostly all blueberry. I got just a slight creaminess from the vanilla bean Noel, but her blueberry is, like, extremely strong. And then the last one from Front Porch was Cherry Candy Cane. I did not like this one. I had to turn this one off because it just was too overpowering. The cherry mixed with the peppermint was just too much. So if you like peppermint, you might like this one, but peppermint's not my favorite scent. I do like peppermint sometimes, but mixed with that cherry, it was just way too much. So that was my October Wax Empties, late October Wax Empties. I'll have another one of these in either 2 or 3 weeks for November. So be expecting that. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see y'all soon.